What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. We got to talk about Kyler Murray and this holdout and his contract because it's so polarizing to me. But before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But does Kyler Murray deserve a contract extension, like a max contract extension for a quarterback? Me, I don't think so. I don't think he's proven it yet. Like he has the potential, and I'm not going to take that away from him. But you just haven't really shown that you're like a franchise cornerstone top 10 QB, is just guaranteed, right? Because each of the last couple of years, he's like fallen off a cliff in the second half of the season. And the most recency bias, I guess, the most recent game he played was probably the worst of his career, and it was his playoff game against the Rams. I think I'll pull it up here. He threw 34 pass attempts and had 137 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. His rating was a 40.9. That it doesn't get much worse than that. And a lot of it, I was at this game. Okay. I was at this game watching him. There were so many times where he could have made a different decision or could have ran or done what he always does, but he didn't do it. Right. Maybe he's injured, whatever. That's not my point here. It was a really damn bad game. Right. And then obviously the first half of last season, dynamite. Dude was killing it. Amazing. He was playing amazing. Right. And then, like he did the year before, falls off a cliff in the second half of the season, has a game against the Packers where statistically, yeah, he throws for 274 yards, 67%. That's all nice, but 2 interceptions, no touchdowns against the Packers that were basically all on COVID in that game. Like it was Aaron Rodgers with wide receiver 5 and 6, and you don't win that game when you were like 7 or 8-0 at that point in time. Come on, you're at home. That's bad, right? So that's just one bad game. Bounces back against Chicago in the next week or whatever. Only throws 15 pass attempts. So it was mostly a running game for them. Plays the Rams, throws for 383 yards, but no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That you got to put the ball in the end zone, and they lose that game as a result, right? And then possibly one of their worst like team games of the year, especially they lose to the Lions in that game. I don't think the Lions had won a game yet. You can't lose that game. I'm sorry, just cannot happen. And he played like garbage in that game. Most of his yards probably came in garbage time. 56% against the Lions, who hadn't won a game yet. That's pretty pathetic. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That's not good enough numbers, especially when earlier in the year when he plays the Rams, he has 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He plays the Titans, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Like if you want to be a max quarterback, you got to be a max quarterback almost all of the time. It can't be for 65% of the season. It doesn't work that way. Cardinals fans, do you guys think he deserves a max? Like put it in the comments if you do. If you disagree with me, that's completely fine. I just, I haven't really seen it. And I'm going to go back to last season, or not last season, 2 seasons ago, because there's a trend here where great in the beginning and then jumps off the cliff. So if we're looking at a season from 2 seasons ago, it don't look all that sweet, because in the beginning he starts off pretty good, has a good game against the Niners, has a good game against the Redskins at the time, beats the Lions, or no, he loses to the Lions here. Okay, loses to them again. Not a good sign there, right? Beats the Jets, destroys the Cowboys. I remember that game vividly. Beats Seattle, so he's doing good. We get to the bye, comes out. They lose to Miami, but he has a pretty good statistical game. We're not going to doubt that, right? And then has decent here, but the last like 4 or 5 games of the season, right? We're seeing this. New England, they lose. 170 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Bad. Okay, New England was not very good that year. They play the Rams. He has 173 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's pretty decent. Plays the Giants. The Giants were not very good. 1 touchdown, 240 yards. Plays Philly. Has a great game against Philly. That's for sure. Plays San Francisco. Is not very good. 50 pass attempts, 247 yards. That's largely pathetic. The Rams, not a very good game here. I don't know what happened in that one because he doesn't throw a lot. I don't know. Maybe he gets hurt or something. Maybe the season's over. They just sit him. I don't know. But overall, he, to me, has not shown that he is on like a Joe Burrow, a Josh Allen, a Patrick Mahomes, even Justin Herbert, like those statistical levels. I just don't see it. And on top of it, it's kind of came out that he's kind of an ass, and he's not really like a great leader and likes to throw people under the bus and doesn't take blame. And if I'm going to pay anybody $40 million a year, I need him to be able to take criticism, or to be able to lead my team. If you're not my team leader and your quarterback, there's, all the great teams in the league have a leader at quarterback. The Bengals, Joe Burrow is a leader, right? The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, that's a leader. Josh Allen, that's a leader. Lamar Jackson, even Lamar Jackson, he's a leader. People gravitate to him. Like, you want a quarterback where your team can rally around and not feel like, man, if we play bad, he's going to blame me, instead of him with, 147 yards and 2 interceptions in a playoff game and largely missing every opportunity that he could, And I'm not trying to be so negative towards him, because I do think the potential is there, right? But you got to show me that you're going to do it for 16, 17 games and not 12 or 13. Because those four games that you're not good every year, it's okay to have 1 or 2 rough games, right? But those 4 games that you're not good, those are the ones where you fall from the 1 seed to, the 5 seed or the 6 seed. Now you're a wild card. And now you don't have a home field advantage in the first playoff game when you were 8-0 to start the season. Like that, those collapses can't happen. And he needs to be more consistent, straight up. That's just what it is. I hope he has a fantastic year. I hope he just ends this stupid holdout, because like I've said, I don't think he's earned his max yet. And I think he definitely can, but just go out there and ball, dude. Like, you're getting paid. He was a first pick. They're probably getting, I don't know what the first pick in the draft gets paid anymore per year, but he's a quarterback. So it's probably 20 million plus. I know Lamar's getting something like that. And Lamar got picked, I think, like the same year as him, maybe a year earlier. I don't know, but come on. Like, just put your money where your mouth is. Go out there, ball out. You're going to get your 40 million. It's as simple as that. And I get it as a player, and especially in a physical game where you want to lock up your contract. But like, there's too many guys now where it's like, I want to get paid big money. It's like, okay, you've had 2 decent years. Can you like do this for a few more years in this physical game, that like, show me that you're going to stay on the field and not have an ankle injury and then fall off a cliff and stuff, like, just, there's a lot to pack in here. And I just personally don't think he's ready for a max. I don't think he's earned it yet. If you think he has, that's completely fine. Cause like I said, there are some games here that are just amazing. I just want to see more of that more consistently. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. But Kyler, just go out there and ball, dude. It's that simple. I'm done here. Peace.